Okay, good evening all. We can start our class in 5 minutes. Okay, good evening. Let me know in previous class, you have any doubt regarding to previous sessions? Okay, or you have any doubts in previous sessions? Let me know what are the doubts. Okay, is my audio is audible to everyone? Okay. Okay, let's start our class. Today our class is about information architecture. It is the main important topic in UX research. It is the part 2 in UX research basics. Okay, let me share my screen for the presentation. Okay, is my screen is visible to everyone? Okay. Okay, let's start now. Today our class is information architecture. Information architecture is nothing but we want to organize the content for the better experience. For example, if you went to the supermarket, in supermarket they organize it separately for separate categories. If you want to buy the vegetables, it is in the vegetable sessions. If you want to buy the fruits are in the fruit session. Like that, we want to organize the content for the better user experience. It is known as information architecture. In simple words, we can learn information architecture in detail in this session. Okay, previously we discussed that in supermarket they are organized the content properly so that the buyer of vegetables can go directly to the vegetable sections and buy the vegetables without any frustration. Same like that, in digital products we want to organize the content and categorize the content properly for the better experience. The supermarket is one of the best real-time example for the information architecture. That is The definition is okay, the definition okay, the definition is organizing and arranging content properly so user can easily find what they need. Same like in digital, when user wants something, when these are organized properly, the user may get best experience while using the digital product. That is known as information architecture. Okay, information architecture matters. Good information architecture helps user to do more faster while using the product, like find information quickly, reduce confusion, improves user experience, complete task faster, increase satisfaction. For example, when you open the Amazon, you want the running shoes. Just you can go to the categories and filters and you can search the sports shoes and you can get the running shoes easily. Same like that, in Amazon they added such categories, orders, cart and account because we can find everything easy. This is the good information architecture. Okay, let me compare what is information architecture and what is navigation. Let me explain briefly what is navigation. Navigation is nothing but movement. When you click on the one icon, it will goes to another page. That is known as navigation. In simple words, in maps we use navigation for usage of, we want to go for one place, we enter that location and we go, the map shows the route map. That is known as navigation. Same like in digital product, when you click on one button, it goes to the another page. That is navigation. Let me compare now what is information architecture versus navigation. Information architecture is nothing but structure what is behind the app, like organizing content, plans. In simple words, we can tell that information architecture is blueprint of the product. If a civil engineer want to build a building, first he designed the blueprint of that building. That is known as information architecture. The navigation is nothing but movement inside the app. Help the users to move. It gives the interaction, but that includes buttons, icons, user tabs. That is the comparison between the information architecture and navigation. Second, what is mental models? Mental models is nothing but user already expert apps that work familiar ways. For example, the search bar, when you open the app or web application, this when someone says where is the search button, we can directly, our finger goes to the top of the screen because search button is placed on the top of the button. Like that, many CTF buttons are in the thumb rule, like track order, place order, view cart. These are all in the thumb friendly. Here we take example of YouTube. The search bar is at the top of the screen. Same like subscribe below the video, comments below the content. It is the positioning. Where should the content place it in the screen? Here I mentioned that good information architecture follows user expectations. It is known as mental models because if you are using Netflix frequently, you don't know about the Amazon Prime. After that, some of the time you open the Amazon Prime. If the Amazon Prime is not like that Netflix, you may get frustrated, confused. That's why Amazon all the OTT platforms are designed similarly. It looks similarly. Next, findability. User should find the things quickly. If we can take the example as a supermarket for this entire session, when user want one product in the supermarket, it should be in 2 to 3 steps. Like that, in digital product, the flow will be in fewer steps, because when the steps are too high, the user may get frustrated and reduce user satisfaction. That is known as findability, and that is good flow versus bad flow. Next topic is information sent. Nothing but user should know where a link leads. It is nothing but when you click on buy shoes, it will goes to the direct to the shoes page. When you click on the track order, it will goes to the tracking page. When you click on the download resume, it shows some of the animation and it downloaded to your files. That is strong scent. Weak scent is explore. Explore. When you click on the explore, you may not know what is mean by explore. What I want to explore. Same like in learn more, it is the weak scent. Continue also. If when you click on the continue, you don't know where it goes. It is the weak scent. Example, I taken that example as Myntra. In Myntra, you click on men's sneakers, it will goes directly to the men's sneakers. Like that, same as like women dresses, same as like kids, everything. Bad scent is trending, discover. Okay, structures. There are 3 ways to organize content. First is hierarchical, pasted, flat. Hierarchical is nothing but, in real time example, we take as hierarchical as, in the family we can take father to child, that is known as hierarchical. Here I mentioned that father to child layers, like categories in digital product, we take it as categories, subcategories. It is known as hierarchical. Pasted, it is known as, in pasted there is multiple filters works together for narrow results, like Amazon. Next is flat, all options are visible in one level. In calculator, we can see all the components in a single screen without scrolling, without swiping. That is known as flat. With these 3 ways, we can organize the content properly for better information architecture. Next, we can go to the Dance-Brown's principle. Dance-Brown principles, there are in part 1, there is object, choices, disclosures. In object, we treat content as an object with their own property. Like in LinkedIn post, we can see here, there is some profile icon, image, like, comment, share, and content. That is known as object. Next is choices. Like in choices, we want to keep the choice in minimal, because if there is many choices, the user may get frustration. For the choices, we can get the best example as a payment tabs. When you want to pay, like by scanning the QR, there is a minimal options. Pay, scan, like that. The user may get and pay faster. Next is disclosures. Disclosure is nothing but it shows the what user want first. That it shows the first. That is known as disclosure. For example, we take this disclosure. There is a Spotify player. It shows what is the album photo. and the song title, artist name. That's all. It doesn't show anything. It is the best example for the disclosure. Next, part 2. In part 2, there are exemplars, friend doors, multiple classification. In exemplars, it shows similar examples to clarify category. Example, for exemplars, in Swiggy or Zomato, when you click on fast foods, it shows pizza, burger, fries. In friend door, when you first I will tell the example for the friend door. When you search iPhone 16 on Google, it shows one cards. For example, it shows iPhone 16 in Amazon, Flipkart, like that. When you click on that cards, it directly goes to the iPhone page, like that buy product page in Amazon. It not goes to the Amazon home page. It is known as friend door. User may enter from any page, not just the home page. It is example I mentioned. When you click search, it directly opens to the product page, not to the home page. Next is multiple classification. Like I mentioned that in multiple classification, one item can belong to several categories. Example, we can take example as a watches. In watches, for watches there are many categories, like smart watches, analog watches, digital watches. These all comes under the multiple classification. Next is focused navigation and growth. In focused navigation, we can take as example as a Facebook. There is a home watch. The navigation is nothing but, we explained previously, it shows the path to the next page or the pages in the product. The main navigation in any app is the home, search, watch, profile. These are comes under the main navigation. The utility navigations, these are the utility navigation. Settings, privacy, login, logout, these are comes under the utility navigation. Next is growth. Here I taken as Netflix. From the first, by the building the product of the Netflix, they don't know how this much of the content will be in the Netflix. They prepared and they designed the product. From the starting, they designed the product for the minimal content. Now there are much more content in the Netflix. That is the known as growth. These are the common information architecture mistakes. Mistake 1 is words that doesn't describe. Here we can discuss as a good and bad. Here in good, the button is download invoice. When you click on download invoice, the user may know, okay, I am downloading the invoice. Same like track delivery. User may know, okay, I am tracking the delivery what I ordered the product. In bad, we can see the click here and learn more. By clicking on the click here button, we don't know where the product goes while I clicking the product, while clicking the button. Same as in learn more. When you click on the learn more, you don't know what I am to learn while I am clicking that button. The mistake 2 is deep hierarchy. Too many layers may get the user frustration. The product must be in the 2 to 3 steps. Next, the third mistake is over dependency on search. In this, you can take an example as a YouTube. Here, we can take content from home page, recommendations, categories. These are under the in navigation button only. We can't depend more on the search. Next is mistake 4 is ignoring mobile UX. If you want to design a product, it is a web. If you want to design a product, it must be in mobile responsive. Like it want to fit to any screen, like laptop, tablets, mobiles. In mobiles, we have different types of sizes: 6.6 inches, 6.5 inches, 5.3 inches. It want to fit to every screen. That is the best for the UX designers, and that is the big mistake done by every designers. Without responsive they designing products, okay, it will good for that what they're designing on on that product, on that device. When we open the same design in another same design in another device, it may not see good alignment, and icons and images are not aligned properly. That's why when you're designing a product, you want to check the mobile responsiveness also. The word responsiveness is nothing but the design must be adapted to the screen size. Next, research methods. Next, test the structure with real users, like code sorting, tree testing. In code sorting, a group of content. Okay, for example, you selected some of the students and given the some of the products like shoes, shirts, pizza, burger, mobile, laptop, and you said that organize them. They organize in the form of, in electronics they included that mobile, tablets, laptops. In food items they included that burger, pizza. In fashion they included that shoes, shirts. These are nothing but code sorting. Next, tree testing. For tree testing example, we can take as the flow as electronics. In electronics, I selected mobiles. In mobiles, I select the brand. In brands, I selected Samsung. This is tree testing. We are coming from the one by one. It is known as tree testing. Next, it is the final slide. Here I mentioned that ornate content, so user can find, understand and use it. These are the some of the points to be mentioned. Good information architecture improves UX, user experience. It gives the best user experience. User find content easily. Clear labels reduce confusions. And we want to keep in mind these ornate content, so user can find, understand and use it. Okay. Okay. Is there any doubts? Okay, is there any questions? You can ask me freely. Okay, I'll give assignment for the information architecture today. It want to submit it by tomorrow before the class. The assignment is related to, it is a small assignment. You want to choose one of the app like food delivery app, shopping app, movie app or music app. In that you want to do the, in step 1, list the features. What are the features in that what you take an app, and what are the navigations. And in step 2, organize the features like a sitemap. I will share what is sitemap in the group. And in step 3, add categories like that we discussed previously. If you give some of the products to some of the students and you said to sort them, they will sort to like categories like electronics, food items, like that you want to sort them as a categories. And you want to submit, and you want to take one app and you list all the features and organize the features like sitemaps and add categories. That's all. It want to submit by tomorrow before the class. I will share these assignment details in the group. Everyone must and should complete this assignment and want to share in the group before the class. Is this clear? Okay, everyone must and should complete this assignment before the class by tomorrow. If you have any doubt, be free and ask. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask. Yes, I will share the assignment details in WhatsApp. Okay, or you understand my class? Okay. Okay, let's conclude our class. Okay, thank you for attending today's session. It would be good. ఓకే 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 రేపటి నుంచి తెలుగు ప్లస్ ఇంగ్లీష్లో టీచ్ చేస్తాను. అంటే తెలుగులో అయితే కొంచెం బెటర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది, యూజర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ మాత్రం. ఓకే, కన్ఫామ్గా రేపటి నుంచి తెలుగు ప్లస్ ఇంగ్లీష్లో టీచ్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఓకే ఓకే, రేపటి నుంచి ఇంకా క్లాస్ కొంచెం ఇంటరాక్టివ్గా చేద్దాం. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ అటెండింగ్ క్లాస్.